I'm a music teacher and I've never heard the music from Super Paper Mario OST, so join me as I discover hidden connections as we have fun together and learn a little bit about music along the way as we feel and understand the emotions that make this OST give us those beautiful feelings it does. Let's get started with Story of the Stolen Spirits. Here we go. Okay, well, let's understand two emotions that we just heard in that piece of music. The first is this feeling and the sound. I can't do this. All right, there we go. The first is the sound and the feeling of nostalgia. All right, so the nostalgia is similar to the nostalgia that we heard in Super Mario Galaxy. It starts off with this relationship between two sounds. We have this to this. And that right there, type a 2 in the chat if that sounds or feels nostalgic to you, not just because you played the game before and there's a feeling of nostalgia, but that actual sound, those two sounds that I just played, that just kind of feels nostalgic. Well, that right there is when we have a 1 chord that's major, and then we go to a 4 chord that's minor, also has an added 6th in it. That creates that feeling of nostalgia. Now, the second feeling we're going to talk about, the second emotion, is actually Bowser. How did I know just by listening to the music, oh, that's Bowser right there? Well, there's two things that gives Bowser away emotionally when it comes to Mario music. The first is going to be the interval of a perfect fifth. The second is going to be an interval of a perfect fourth. Throughout the Mario series, we see that these two intervals, when played harmonically, that actually creates a feeling of, oh, we've got a boss situation on our hands. And the boss situation we have on our hands, in this case, maybe it's not a boss fight, but certainly saying that Bowser is a boss situation. Yeah, that's it. So what's that feeling? What's that emotion? Well, we hear this. That type of thing. Those are perfect fifths, and you can already see that gives that emotion of Bowser. Now, the second thing we can hear are perfect fourths. those also have, well, rather a bossy, not bossy as in telling you what to do, but boss-like feeling. So this perfect fourth, perfect fifth harmonic, that's going to give us that feeling, that emotion of that threatening Bowser coming to get us or do something nefarious. You know, you say, well, yeah, duh, he's doing something nefarious. It's Bowser. Okay, fine. All right, here we go. That's cool. Wow, so cool to hear this main theme so closely related to Super Mario World. Ding dum ba dum 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 ba dum 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 ding dum dum. In fact, it starts with the same exact melody fragment. Listen to this. That we heard in Super Mario World. Now this here starts in a similar way. It starts with the same idea. Now here it goes different. Instead of, it goes, ah. So it starts off with the same part at the beginning that just swaps out the second part. Type a 2 in the chat if you can hear the similarity from Super Mario World and hear this right the piece of music. Let's keep it going. Also might have played that slightly wrong when I just did it to them, but hey. my goodness. Okay, really, really cool connection right there, right at the beginning of this piece of music. Dum 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 ba dum dum ba dee dee dum ba dum 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 ba da ba dee dum. That is a Super Mario motif we've been hearing throughout the Super Mario series. Dum dum ba dum dum ba dee dee dum ba dum dum ba da ba dee dum. Type a 3 in the chat if you can hear that and recognize it from other Super Mario games. Yes, Super Mario Bros. 3. Yes, indeed. So cool hearing that. Yes. Cool Raptor 5905 in the chat says, oh, that's why I recognize it. Yep, that's why you recognize it. So let's understand why this feels threatening. Type a 4 in the chat if this emotion here you get from this piece is threatening. Yeah, type the whatever number I said if this feels threatening. What are we hearing? Well, first of all, interestingly, we're in the same key. We're in the key of, I'm going to call it G minor when we start. This is also the same key that we heard with the airships appearing in Super Mario Galaxy. So to say that there's some connection perhaps between Bowser and the key of G minor, yeah, maybe we could say that. How cool is that? Now, next up, what do you hear? We hear 1, 5, flat 5. And between 1 and flat 5, that creates the sound of a tritone, and a tritone is a dissonant sound. This right here. That is a dissonant, oh my, dissonant sound. And so that dissonant sound can actually create for you an emotion and a feeling of dread or something bad about to happen. Let's keep going to the next one. Oh my goodness. Okay, type a 3 in the chat if you get the emotion from this of there being a little bit of chaos and things outside of your control. Again, do you feel that this music gives you a feeling, yes, obviously a battle, but also there's some chaotic element that's outside of your control? Well, let's understand what's happening in the music to create the emotion of that chaos that's outside of your control. What happens is when we compose music that is digital, it's very easy to have everything be perfectly aligned. In the sense that if I have, for example, this is gonna be a note, this is a note, and I could have them perfectly line up together, or I could have them kind of not line up together, or right there, you can actually hear that if we have one note that starts here and starts here, this second note here is now not aligned with the rest of the notes. So this is called the grid. And when we compose music digitally, we really have fundamentally, when it comes to the grid, two options. We're either on the grid or we're off the grid. It's binary. Now, how off the grid you are, that then becomes a continuum. Binary means it's either a yes or a no, and the continuum is going to be a sliding scale. So the question is like, how much off the grid are you? So what we can hear in this piece of music at the very start is the music is not on the grid. That sitar sound, that boom, that is off the grid. And then again in the solo over here, this is now off the grid. So the grid is where your ear would expect to hear the next note, for it to sound like it all fits together rhythmically. And when things are either a little late or a little early, that can, not always, it depends on how it's done, but it can give you the feeling of chaos. And so that's what's happening here in the music, just at the level of the rhythm, to give you that feeling of things not quite lining up and not being in control. Let's keep it going. Oh! So real quick on that piece, that piece gives me the feeling of this, it's like subdued, it's safe, there's no hard edges, it's like super, super safety. Why am I saying super, super safety? Well, in every sound, there's a range of frequencies. And that range of frequencies can go from low frequencies to high frequencies. So a high frequency is like, that's high frequency, and a low frequency is like, so high frequency, low frequency. Now, what's happening here is that the melody actually has the high frequencies cut off it, so it actually sounds rounder and warmer. And the only thing that the high frequencies are coming in on is that little shaker sound. And so because those high frequencies are rolled off, for me anyway, it gives me this feeling of this safety, security, this comfort, this warmth in the sound. Let's keep it going. Wow. So what we just heard there, oh, so cool. I'm gonna break one thing down here for you on this, which is that we heard this one idea being repeated up the top. And underneath it, we hear one note at a time, these bass notes. The first bass note we heard was 1, then we heard the bass note 4, then we heard the bass note 5, which creates and implies a 1, 4, 5 chord progression, but with this ostinato, say like Austin like the city, then auto like a car, or automatic, ostinato. And I could have written that a little clearer. Ostinato. And that is a sound that repeats so much, and in the same way it could be described as stubborn. So something repeats so much you could describe it as stubborn, that's going to be ostinato. Let's keep it going. Goomba Village. Friendly Goombas. I have to say it to believe it. You know, there's an interesting question which comes from Hook5710 in the chat. Does this style of music have a name? That I'm not sure of, but I can tell you the emotion that this type of music consistently and reliably creates. This type of music where you hear like a bassoon going, ba-da-do, ba-da-do, and you hear yum, bum, 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 ba-da-ba, bum, dum, ba-da-dum. That creates a playful, non-threatening atmosphere, usually where stuff is happening or getting done. And in fact, you can look at some TV shows where there's a non-threatening atmosphere and things are getting done, like the Great British Baking Show. You can hear, not exactly, but similar music to this with similar instruments being used to create that feeling of non-threatening. You can also hear this in other video games, like in Clash of Clans. You go back to the OG soundtrack of Clash of Clans, you're gonna hear similar instrumentation used to this to create a feeling of playfulness. Let's keep it going. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what creates a feeling of absolute chaos and things going wrong in this piece of music? Well, part of it is actually it has to do with the grid. So we're hearing one part of the music hitting perfectly on this grid. And then we're hearing a second part of the music that's lining up every other instance on the grid of the music. So it's like we have half of the music is perfectly lining up, and then the other half is actually coming in super, super early or late. You could think of it actually. I'll put it here. So it's like this right here is 1 unit of time. This is a unit of time. This is a unit of time. And each unit of time is lining up perfectly together. But what's happening is the second unit of time is actually coming in way late. It's coming in like over here instead of over here. So there's this gap right here between the first and second unit of time between right here. We could hear it. So dee-doo-da-doo, dee-doo-da-doo. That's our music that is perfectly lined up on the grid. Now, wait for it. Wait for it. That right there, that is where dum, do, dum. And you can even hear it. Dum, do, dum. You see how those last two sounds were closer together? That is this right here. So it's actually creating more of a gap between this than this. And so you have these two sounds that are lining up here. I'm going to color this for you. The sounds lining up here, here, and here. But where it's not lining up is here, here, and here. And the difference, if you want music terminology, is the difference between straight and swung rhythm. And specifically here, eighth notes. Let's keep it going. Now. So what we're hearing is this sound of the bassoon showing up again with the Goombas, which the bassoon in this context creates a feeling and a vibe of silliness and non-threateningness. Perhaps, in fact, we're facing enemies at this point, but it's nothing serious in terms of big danger that we can't handle with just a little bit of careful attention at the very least. Let's keep it going. That's so cool. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness. All right, now that it's changing. Dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum beep bum bum. Now that I just sang that, let's look at this again. Type a 3 in the chat if you hear that main Mario theme being reworked here in this piece of music. Dee dum ba-dum dum dum ba-dum dum dum dee dum dum. Wow. What a connection. Also, type of 5, if that's your first time ever making that connection right there. That is so cool. Let's keep it going. Well, this piece of music sounds and feels a little self-important, but also silly, at least to me. So the self-importance and the silliness is coming partly from the speed it's going at, but also from this idea. Well, here, let's actually get the key of the music. It's this business. It's like a little military in the sense that like there's someone who's like got some structure to them. Maybe they're part of an organization, but also it's just silly. It sounds silly and it feels silly. So that self-important silliness partly is coming from that bass line. It's also coming from the other instruments and what they're doing. I just want to point that out to you because we also heard some of that with the Goombas. Let's keep this going. This just feels like a circus where you're boxing at a circus is what this sounds like. There's some type of combat going on here, but it's silly and it's really not that threatening. How do we know it's not that threatening? Just listen to the music. Does the music sound threatening? Like when we heard Bowser, those like power chords like... Right? Does it give you that same threatening feeling? No, it doesn't. And that's how we can tell, yeah, maybe there's a fight here, but it's not that significant and that's not that threatening of a fight. Let's keep it going. What's happening here? We can hear it 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 2 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 2 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 2 1 and 2 and 3. This we call a hemiola. Now, a hemiola is when we switch between 1 2 3 1 2 3, which is 2 groups of 3, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then those groups of 2. So triple groups to duple dupes. From triple groups to duple dupes, you and me, we're gonna hang out with some Koopas. Anyway, so we can hear these triple to duple things going on here. And what's really fun is if you know the I want to live in America, America, it's the same exact Hemiola right there. It's that 6/8 to 3/4 business. Let's keep going. Again there, a mini boss, and what did we hear? We sure enough heard some perfect fourths. This sound right here giving us that Mario boss theme sound. Let's keep it going. Again here, a little bit threatening feeling, but really overall, you might need to fight someone, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Let's keep it going. Ooh. This is like sad, silly. And by the way, the piece of the playlist I'm using actually has some context. So this track plays after the cutscene, after Goomba Bros are defeated and before they summon the Goomba King. Interesting. Sounds defeated for sure. Let's keep it going. So right here, this for Gates of Goomba Castle, that actually is what's contributing to the feeling of pompous, self-righteous. We're not really taking it too seriously. Maybe he's a king, but we don't really care. And that all comes down to as the underpinning of that silliness and not taking it so seriously emotion. Let's keep going. So much fun. Oh! All right, it's looping. So we hear this underpinning riff, and I'll explain a riff to you in a second. Let's take this off. Oops. And that's part of what sounds so cool. It's using that riff, using a minor blues scale. That really is what it comes down to, in my opinion, for that really cool rock sound. So a riff, R-I-F-F, there's no T in it. I've heard people say riffed. No, there's no T, just riff, R-I-F-F. A riff is gonna be a low, repeated idea like that you just heard, typically played on a guitar, oftentimes doubled by a bass, sometimes piano too. That there be the riff. Let's keep it going. And yeah, if you're saying, well, why does it sound cool? It's because there's a riff. Riffs sound cool in general, in my opinion. If you ask me, 10 out of 10 Dans. By the way, my name's Dan. I don't think I introduced myself at the start of the stream. My name's Dan, and there's 10 out of 10 Dans wearing a Mario costume. Say riffs sound cool. So we're hearing in Toad Town, again, this 5-to-1 idea that we heard previously give a feeling of pompous self-importance and also silliness. This 5-1 sound here now, it brings in that non-threatening part from the self-important and from the pompous thing, but it really gives us a different feeling here. It's a different vibe. It's a different look at that 5-1, and the different look at that 5-1 gets us this feeling of safety, security, but also playfulness too. Let's keep it going. What on earth is happening here? What on earth is this? Yeah, so we hear perfect fourths there, showing us that some type of fighting is happening. We're also hearing sound effects in the music, unlike, if I'm not mistaken, unlike any Super Mario game up until this point. In the entire Super Mario series, we've not had sound effects like this. It sounds like, it's almost like, I don't know if you ever like played martial arts as a kid. I mean, I actually did martial arts as a kid. Like, if you ever like played with your friends, you'd be like you'd make punching sounds and you didn't actually hit anything. That's what that sounds like. That's wild. Oh my goodness. This has got to be one of the most chaotic pieces of music in the entire Super Mario series. Not only is there major against minor, there's straight against swung, and it's all done at this slow tempo that makes the differences just very, very obvious. If this was much faster, the differences become less obvious. Yes, rhythmic differences when it goes faster are less obvious than they are when they're slower, because your brain just perceives time a lot easier when the, you know, music is slower. It's a lot easier to pick up on what's going on. That is insane. You know what? All these Toad Town pieces of music remind me of, I don't know if you have any friends who are like artists, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a second. And you go visit your friend who's an artist, and like, they're just like the sweetest human ever, but they're also like super like squirrel. And also like, they like haven't cleaned their room in like 20 years, but they've got just the most incredible art like everywhere. That's what the entire Toad thing feels like to me. It's like you're gonna go hang out with your like slightly ADHD or maybe very ADHD artist friends, and they're just like creating stuff all day, and they're like, woo, we're gonna be free and like express ourselves, but also like no structure anywhere, and our thoughts, anything could happen. It's the vibes I'm getting from this. Type a 3 in the chat if you also get that going on as well. Let's keep it going. I don't know if you've been picking up on the pun names so far. Tasty, like as in I ate a you know, sauteed mushroom and it was tasty. Damn, that example is in poor taste. We're talking about toads. And I like eating sauteed mushrooms, I don't know what to tell you. Let's go. Wow. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. So look, we're hearing the underground theme. We're not hearing it in the classic key of C. Also, you can hear it underlaid underneath this whole Toad Town theme. By the way, type a 5 in the chat. This is the first time you've ever heard, oh my gosh, that is the underground theme. It's been there the whole time and I just got it. Type a 5 in the chat if you just got that now. So cool finding that connection inside of, again, sewer entrance. We're going where? Underground, so it makes sense that underground theme would be there. Let's keep it going. That's awesome. Oh, this is a jazz standard. Saint something. Oh my gosh. Oh, what tune is that? I mean, it's also playing off this this jazz standard. Someone help me out. What's the name of that tune? So look, it's pulling off the dum 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 ba dum ba dum. Type a 3 in the chat if you can hear the dum 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 ba dum right in there. It just dum 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 ba bum ba bum. It's pulling from the main Mario theme, but right at the end there, bum ba bum 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 ba dum. Bum 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 dum bum dum bum 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 dum bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let me know in the comments what the name of that piece is. It's like St. Augustine or St. James. Maybe it's St. James. Maybe St. James. Anyway, let's keep it going. Wow. I don't think we've heard anything quite like this in the entire Super Mario series, at least up to this point, in all the games that came out, at least the mainline games. This is a totally sonically unique piece of music, both in the instrument choices, the arrangement, the harmony, the chords, melody, everything. Amazing. Let's keep it going. I'm trying to remember what Mario game we might have heard that in later or before. There's some ideas in there. Anyway, let's keep it going. I'm just gonna say that's an interesting name for a character, and I'm just gonna keep going to the next one. Look, you can call this candy cane all you want. You candy cane name and music track people. You can call this candy cane. I know the real tune. We're here right here. This is a Starman tune. If you're going, what do you mean Starman? I thought this was the theme. Invincibility theme. You'd be right. However, in Super Mario Bros., with no number after it, aka the OG, which means the original game, the OG, the original game, we hear this piece of music, not exactly as it is here. Similar, same key, similar arrangement, not exactly the same arrangement, but the name is Starman. So I'm gonna call it Starman. Let's keep it going. is happening? Oh, goodness me. Yeah, you know, I didn't know that Koopa's like listening to like 50s music. That to me sounds like 50s music. 50s is in like, there's 50, no, like from the 1950s, like the old stuff. Is this Super Mario 2, this? Or 3? Super Mario World credits? Bro. Thanks for keeping me on track. Appreciate you, Chad. Wow. So many little things in there. That right there, the don't. We're hearing that here. So you can see that the composers are taking these rhythms, these melodic fragments, we would call these motifs, from different Super Mario themes, using the same rhythms, using similar gestures, similar contours. Does the melody go up? How many notes does it go up? Once it goes up, how many notes are there? Using these ideas to create more and more variations that still feel like they fit in the world of Mario while also being new and original to this game. Let's keep it going. Bros. Well, loving this Koopa Bros fortress, real quick, we're going to circle back to that jazz standard we were looking for before. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much to, who said that in the chat? The Me Thinker of Things. Thank you very much, the Me Thinker of Things in L chat. Well, those are Koopa Bros tricks we're hearing right there, which does sound sneaky, sneaky. Let's keep it going. Did we really hear this in Galaxy? Wow. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. That's how I know it's not real Bowser. How do I know that's not real Bowser? Listen to this. It's so silly. There's no way that's really Bowser. I've listened to the OST for Bowser's Fury. I know what serious Bowser looks like. Bowser's some heavy metal, actually threatening. Right here. This is not Bowser. By the way, I also see it is like cut out of like a paper Bowser here. That's not really Bowser. But it's like... Yeah, silly. Silly sounds. You wanna know something funny? I see some of you singing Batman here. You know, well, you know what else we can do? Spider-Man. I gotta sing it twice as fast. Check this out. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a spider pig. Also Power Rangers, also Batman. Same dealio. It's now repeating. We're going to talk just about this A section here real quick. With this beautiful chord progression in the key of E major. It doesn't go to the 5 there. But I just want to show you how it's connected to other Mario music. So we have 1 to a 4 to a 4 minor. Back to a 1. Let's keep it going. Man, just the first part of that theme. Oh, it's still going. What a fun little fragment to pull out from that Dojo master. I've never seen a fightin' Toad look quite like that. Let's go to Underground Pipes, which sound a little Super Mario World-ish. Yeah, Super Mario World cave theme. And then it's got the underground theme mixed into it too. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, and that's from Super Mario World. Yes, underground theme from Super Mario World. And then Type it 3 in the chat if you just heard the underground theme in Underground Pipes here from Super Mario, from Paper Mario. Check this out. Right there. Right in there. It's right there. But it's like we had this piece is like 3 different underground themes in one. We're hearing the underground theme version of Koji Kondo's Super Mario World motif. We're hearing what sounds like the cave theme, again from Super Mario World, and then we're also hearing the underground theme, which we can trace all the way back to Super Mario Bros, the OG. That's a 3-for-1 in one underground theme. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever heard a piece of music like Blooper Appears before in my life. We're hearing... And it just goes faster and faster and faster. It's like, what's happening? It's 3 notes. 3 notes just going... And this going from slow to fast is what's making that feeling of a threatening boss show up. Let's keep it going. And look, whether it's a boss or not, it's still threatening. You dig? And lo, for I hath put it down, and you hath picked it up. Let's keep it cooking. Link to the Past, anyone? Type a T in the chat if you want a train. Type a T in the chat if you want a It's looping now. I gotta say, what an incredible OST so far. We're about 60, well 59 technically tracks into this OST, and I gotta tell you, this has been absolutely incredible. Type PM for Paper Mario in the chat if you are enjoying this OST, and also if you're enjoying hanging out, having a nice time, checking out some music with some friends. Let's go to the next one. Warlock Timothy, interesting. You should bring that up. All right, you want to know the secret of being a master of disguise? Here we go. Super Mario. UFC fighter. Again, I'm going to show it to you again. Ready? Super Mario. UFC fighter. Master of disguise. Who's this guy? Boo. I just keep it going. Alright, it's repeating. While it repeats, I'll be right back. Made it! Oh, that is so cool. Ba, ba, ba. That's like da, da, ba, do, da, da. That's like a reworking of the Mario motif right there. Okay. So even in a piece of music like Stealthy Snoop, we can hear these references to other Mario music. And also many other times we hear this type of gesture in Mario music, and it's snuck in there sideways. In fact, doing a sneaky inception, sneaking other Mario music into the Sneaky Snoop, which was the sneakiest Snoop that ever did, in fact, Snoop. The sneakiness. What? Let's go, Kuika. So that sounded there. When I said, yeah, go Kuika, well, the Kuika, if I'm saying that correctly, I've only ever seen it written. I've never actually heard anyone else say it, so I might be saying it wrong. But that right there, if I play this for you, you'll hear that's not a sound effect. That's actually an instrument. Listen to this. That is a real life instrument. Not just, I mean, you say, well, yeah, it's used as a sound effect, but it still is a real life instrument. That's a Kuika. And so when you hear that sound in video game music, that's not like someone forgot to turn the sound effects off. That's actually a real instrument. Let's keep it going. Wow, so right here we can hear the orchestra hit sound, classic sound we've heard throughout many different OSTs. Right, that dubba dubba dugate right there, that's the orchestra hit sound. But what we hear right before it is actually, in my opinion, the most interesting thing. We can actually hear the orchestra sound reversed. Listen to this. That sound, it kind of sounds like someone's breathing in and making sound at the same time. That's actually the orchestra sound being played in reverse, where, and I'll actually show you so you can visualize what this looks like. It's where they're going to take the orchestra sound, that orchestra hit sound that normally looks like this, and what they're going to do is they're going to grab it. They're going to take the whole thing, and then digitally, they're going to just go like this. Flip it around backwards. So it literally sounds backwards. That's how that is doing that right there. There you go. I'm sorry, you couldn't actually see that there. So here, like here's forwards, and then they turn it backward. There you go. All right, let's keep going. Interesting. Okay, why do I think this is so interesting? Well, if we go back for a second here, let's listen to the harmony that's implied behind this melody. Here it is. It's going bum 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 instead of bum bum bum. So the harmony that's being implied in the Boo's record player is actually that there's just a 5 behind the bum 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 part of the Mario melody instead of that flat 6, flat 7 to major 1 that we hear in many other versions, and indeed, I believe in the OG version of that Super Mario theme. Let's keep it going. Absolutely delightful piece of music there. Gusty Gulch, we've not heard much music like that here in this Super Mario Paper, sorry, not Super Mario, just Paper Mario soundtrack. Let's check out Tubba Bubba's Castle. Wow, I honestly tell you, one of my favorite parts of this is the trill. Right there. Oh, bum bum. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Ah, it's crazy. I love that. Let's keep it going. Again, we're hearing music in this Mario Paper OST that is unlike any other Mario game we've heard so far, which could also be down to the fact that, I mean, it kind of looks like no other game that we've heard so far. The uniqueness of this OST is standing out, no doubt, Cub Scout. Just from the different textures, different timbres, different instrument combinations, different genres and styles and feelings that are being evoked with this music. Unlike anything we've heard so far. Now we had a question in the chat, and the question was, what time signature is this in? The time signature this piece of music in is 4 4. Let's keep it rocking to Ghost Gulping. I prefer this one too. Wow, so Tubba Bubba and Tubba's Heart. This is a fast-moving piece of music. One thing I want to point out to you is what's going on in your left ear. This is just incredible. Listen to this sound. It sounds like someone's moving furniture, like in the floor above you, or like thunder from far away. It's this really, really low sound that's being overlaid by... There's this little clink. You know, this little clink, kind of like a little triangle or like someone banging two spoons together. And right when that happens, you also hear the super low sound. Listen to it. Right there. There's also that cymbal happening at the same time. There you go. Right there, it's like that sound is a cymbal, which you hit the cymbal, then you grab it. That's how you get the sound. Now, obviously, if you're using digital music, you don't actually have to grab the cymbal. But that's how you actually get that sound. Yeah, and there it's lower. So what we heard there with the cymbal crash was like a kick drum. Here, it's this radically different sound. You can call it a heartbeat sound, but it really is this really, really low thing, kind of like thunder rumbling. And here's a little ting with it. Really interesting. It almost is creating this juxtaposition. Maybe there's like two elements in this fight. One element that's like innocent and pure. Maybe the heart is innocent and pure. And then Tubba Bubba maybe is the actual threat here in this situation. Not sure. That is a possible interpretation. You let me know if I've got that direction correct in the chat. Let's keep going to the next one. haven't seen a Shy Guy since I played some game a long time ago. I believe it was on the 64, and I believe I was Yoshi the whole time, and I was playing as different colored Yoshis. I don't recall the name of that game, but I do remember the Shy Guys. It's also gesturing at that main Wario theme. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Yeah, I get you. All right, let's keep it going. That does sound like a sound effect. Random question for any of you Toby Fox aficionados out there. Has Toby Fox ever cited Paper Mario as being an influence for his music? I'd love to know, because this sounds Foxian, or Fox sounds Paperian. And it's not just the orchestra hits. It's like the overall vibe and the changing, just it's the arrangement, it's the note choices, it's the tempo choices. Yeah. Let's keep rocking and rolling on to the next one here. right, so what we're hearing is we're in the key of G major. We're hearing something like this, which is the 1, and then it goes, and when it does that, it's going down to the flat 7, and then going back to the 1. Let's keep rocking to the next one. Oh, it haven't looped yet? I'm sorry. My bad. Now, if any of you think I skipped part of Yoshi's Village Beach, I invite you to go back and listen to it yourself, comparing to the version we just listened to live. We just listened to the whole thing. Let's check out Jungle Backside. What? What is happening? Oh my gosh. And now so fast. But also getting out of tune sometimes too. Wow, so Search for the Fearsome 5, we're hearing two things happen. It's going in and out of tune, and it's also going from fast to slow, back up to fast, creating a lot of changes in the tempo, which is the fancy music word for the speed of the music. Let's check out the next one. So groovy. All right, so what's creating this jungle vibe, jungle emotion? Well, a lot of it has to do with the instruments. One thing I can point to creating the kind of groove feeling that's going on here is the bass line. One more time. Awesome stuff. All right, let's keep it going. Raphael the Raven has got to be one of the most interesting, varied pieces of music we've heard in this I keep saying Super Mario, Paper Mario OST. I've never heard anything like that before in my life. That's a totally unique piece of music. I mean, really. By the way, I'm not saying I'm some kind of arbiter on what's unique or not. I'm saying I've listened to a lot of music in my life. When I come across something like this that is that different, I'm like, whoa, that's wild. Let's keep it going. Wow, that really gives a feeling of something threatening and almost oppressive, and oppressive happening. Almost as if, like, there's heat, like lava, right? So it says, this plays in Mount Lavala. I'm gonna, lava. See, that was much easier to say than what I was thinking it was gonna be. Anyway, oppressive heat that feels hot. It's unrelenting. So one of the reasons for this and the previous boss themes sound so threatening is we actually hear that same melodic figure we heard all the way back in the first fight with, goodness, I think that was Bowser, way back where we had the key of G minor towards the beginning of this OST. We had this ba ba ba. We actually just heard the same exact idea right here. Really cool stuff. Let's keep it going. That's a beautiful melody. Wow, absolutely gorgeous. So part of what's giving this the emotion, the feeling of moving forward and something exciting happening is how fast the music's going. And you can tell how fast the music's going by just listening to the drums. That's moving pretty fast right there. And just that speed alone, that's not the only thing, but just that speed alone will contribute to the feeling of action and urgency and exciting and likely attack-based things happening. Ah, gorgeous. All right, so for Grateful Flower Petunia, the chord progression we heard there, which creates a feeling of stability, a little playfulness, a little hopefulness, is we have a 1 to a 5 of 5, that then goes to a 5, then back to a 1, and that's in the key of B flat major. And that sounds like this. Same chord progression. And that's looping. We're going to go to the next one. Same chord progression, same key, but now changing of how it's being presented. Changing up the time signature now for Rosie. For the sad sun. Interestingly to me, this music doesn't really feel sad. It feels more like majestic, or like something's ending. It feels like a majestic ending to me, which you could infer sadness from that, but it doesn't need to actually be sad. Really interesting music. Interesting choice, interesting speed, interesting instruments used there all around to create that emotion. we're gonna have some fun with this one. Man, type a 3 in the chat if you just hear the Martha all over the place. Let's do it. Type a 3 if you hear it. And then it changes. But the point is, it's still taking that main motif and using it as the foundation for everything else it's telling in terms of the story of the music. the same exact chord progression and chord change there as the main Mario theme. Gorgeous. What even is this? Oh my gosh. Yo, growing beanstalks be crazy. You're right there. Beep, bum, 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 bum. Wow, this entire huffin' and puffin' trio we just listened to straight through in a row creates so much tension compared to some of the earlier boss fights we can point to in this Paper Mario OST. Like, for example, we go back to some of those like Junior Koopa situations. That was like playtime compared to what's going on. This actually sounds like it might be a challenge just based off the music. Let's keep going to Cold Reception in Shiver City. Wow, sounds threatening and mysterious. Let's see what happens with Detective Mario. There's like this pleasant ostinato thing happening. It's like this pentatonic thing happening over just like drama and crime investigation. Really interesting choice. Let's check out Hemingway and the Mel. in here. Dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum beep bum bum a bum bum ba dum bum bum. Like, it's everywhere. Mario's everywhere, man. There's that. Again, this like really pleasant ostinato thing. It's really like C418 this. Also, it's not every day that you get the sound of, it sounds to me like a cuica in a snowfield. Typically, that's reserved for warmer climate sounding music, but as we've heard throughout this OST, the cuica is being used not just in, let's say, warm climates, it's being used kind of everywhere. Not kind of, it is being used everywhere, and so we can actually hear the cuica here in Shiver Snowfield. Let's check out this next one called Monster Appears. Monstar. I mean, even the ding da da, that's ding da 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 da. That's all pulling from the main Mario theme. Type a M in the chat if when I'm pointing this out to you, like, oh my goodness, this entire thing is also like a continuation of the main Mario theme. Absolutely gorgeous. This is sick, dude. This is sick. Wow. That was, again, I've said this so many times in this Paper Mario OST first listen. We have not heard music like that in Mario games. That is so cool, so different, so vibing. Loving it. Well, so part of what gives this track the emotion of the floaty feeling where we're like not really in time is you'll notice there's no drums in that piece of music. And so that's not the only way to achieve that effect, but certainly keep the drums out of your piece of music. Use space like that, like there was space in there. Right? Between each element, there's space happening. Now, other elements are happening, but there's this element of space. So the ba type things, and there's and those are happening. Yes, it's creating this texture. Let's keep going. This is literally ruins. This literally ruins from Undertale. Like, and I'm using literally correctly. Waterfall. It's Waterfall or Ruins. Yeah, Creepy Chris. Or both. Look me dead in the eyes and tell me that's not Foxian. We're back. Crystal King. looping now. One thing I want to point out to you is right there, just before then, we heard this. This A flat major to A flat minor going back and forth over that sick riff. Let's keep it going. This has got to be one of the prettiest pieces of music we have heard all day in this city of stars. Super Mario, Paper Star, where the stars were making out of paper is super. Yeah, this is just like the previous star theme here. Gorgeous. So what we have is this idea. Let's put just a little zhuzh on that. And underneath it we have like this happening. It's so pretty. It's that ostinato figure with that 145 bass line underneath that we heard for the other stars way back at the start of this OST. Let's check out Journey to Bowser's Castle. This is pulling from the Starman theme. Bum, 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 bum. So Coleman Engstrom Q5J. Yes, you're directionally correct. Dum, 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 dum. We're hearing hints of that in Journey to Bowser's Castle. Next up, let's check out Siege on Bowser's Castle. So threatening feeling. Let's check out this next one, Dark Dungeon. orchestra hits. Yes. Woo! Come on, drums. Oh my goodness. What a groove. You know, I gotta say, I've been waiting for a groove like this to drop for the entire OST. And it's like, finally some snare drum. Let's go. Damn, there was snare drum before. Not like that, there weren't. That's awesome. Let's keep it cooking at Peach's Castle Bowser. Sick. Sick. What? How is this going to the next level? I think there's one more. This is insane. And what's this happening in level 11? There we go. Wow! I gotta say, what an incredible finale to what it seems like. I was looking ahead in the tracks. Looks like that's about it for Bowser. Obviously, I want to hear what happens next. But before I go there, I just want to say, what an incredible OST so far. Just the emotion, the range, the vibe. Absolutely incredible. Let's keep it going to Star Road Reclaimed. I love that. Ma na 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 ma na 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 ma na 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 na. Again, it's you can. I really feel like Toby Fox plays. And I'm like, Dan, this is a Mario game. Stop talking about Undertale. I know I want to talk about Undertale. It sounds like Undertale. So again, we see a star twinkle, and we can hear this same idea being represented that we've been hearing throughout different star themes in this OST, which is that there's this ostinato pattern happening in the high end in a glockenspiel, and then there's a chord progression happening underneath that pattern. Let's keep it going. Christmas tree. She's saved. Oh. Well, friends, thanks for joining me on this awesome adventure listening to the Paper Mario OST. This is my first time ever listening to it. I thoroughly enjoyed this OST. Type an M in the chat if you had a fun time too. So my favorite standouts were just the variety of music we heard. The Quika showing up in an ice theme, that was a first. Going through the emotion of so many pieces of music and understanding bits and pieces of what actually made that emotion stand out in terms of looking at the real music and what was happening there. Found some hidden connections. We found bits of motifs sprinkled in places even if you've played the games a couple times you might have never noticed before. I thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with you on this. And it's my wish that we get to do this again sometime. Not the same OST. We'll do a different one. But we get to hang out again. I'm so grateful we got to spend this time together. We are so blessed that we get to do this with our time. Yeah, we just get to listen to music and hang out. Not all are as lucky as us. So with that, I want to wish you a fantastic, phenomenal rest of your day. To check out the next videos in the Super Mario series, click here to see the full playlist of all my Super Mario reaction series. Click here. And if you're a gamer, you want to take your music to the next level, click right here to get the free starter pack. I'll see you next time.